How's it going, everybody? It is Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone is having a great day so far, as always. Just before we get into it, as always, as well, please make sure that you are smashing that like button. Please make sure that you're subscribing if you are brand new to the channel and hitting the notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live on the channel. Please make sure that you are, of course, checking out the membership features on the channel. It's £1.99 a month. You'll see all the perks that come along with that. And as I say, guys, there will be members only content coming to the channel very shortly. And of course, get all your thoughts and opinions into the comments section down below. We're going to be recapping everything that I discovered yesterday. So that's Monday. And just giving my overall thoughts on it, basically. So we'll start with Solomon. Now, we did touch upon Solomon in yesterday's video as well, about his future and where the sort of land lies with Solomon at the minute. And it is a bit of a complicated one to a degree, because obviously Marseille, obviously from France, they are interested, and Roberto De Zerbi, who we of course know used to manage Brighton, he's given the green light for the move at their end. He's approved the signing of Solomon, and Solomon is definitely open to a move to the French side. But according to Team Talk, which again might not be the most credible of sources, but according to them, Solomon is still open to a permanent transfer to Leeds United. Obviously, the past season that he's just had, he got into double figures in terms of goals and assists, set the league on fire, really, especially from about November, December time. I thought it was brilliant for Leeds United. Scored the crucial goal that got us up, and you could even tell in the celebrations after we gained promotion that he's very happy, or he was happy at Leeds United anyway. Again, it's up to him and it's his own career, unless maybe Marseille have qualified for European football, and maybe that's what's potentially going to lure him over to France. But I personally just think, continuity is key, and he knows that he will be a guaranteed starter for Leeds United in the Premier League. Why not continue that momentum that you've got with Leeds at the minute? Stay at Leeds, stay under Daniel Farke, and potentially be part of something big next season. If we can stay in the Premier League next season, and Solomon is a huge part of that, then that's got to be tempting for him, especially having seen how big the club is with the celebrations, especially at that parade in Leeds City Centre last week. He must be looking at that thinking, yeah, I want some of this. I definitely want some of this. And like I said yesterday as well, the relationship that Tottenham and Leeds seem to have between each other could be so pivotal, in what happens with Solomon. Like I said, still a bit up in the air at the minute. He could still end up at Marseille. And if he does, fair play to him, and I will wish him all the best. But it would be amazing if we could get this one over the line for the right price. I don't want to be overpaying for him, sorry. I would say 15 million max. 15 million max, and I would be happy to get Solomon over the line. Like I say, guys, hit me up in the comments. Do you think he'll end up at Marseille, or do you think he could be tempted by being a focal point in our team in the Premier League? Another player that has been linked to Leeds United from what I have seen, and again, this could just be paper talk given the context of his situation at the minute, given the team that he's at. Hutchinson from Ipswich Town has been linked to Leeds United in the last 24 hours. This one I'm going to take with a pinch of salt. I just think Leeds United at the minute, we are going to be getting linked with a lot of relegation fodder. We're going to be getting linked with some Leicester players, some Ipswich players, and some Southampton players. That's just what's going to happen over the next weeks and months. Hutchinson is a very good footballer. He proved at championship level when he was on loan at Ipswich last, the season that they went up. How good of a player he is at championship level. Not exactly set the world alight in the Premier League this season. I know he's playing for a team that have struggled to get going this season and ultimately have been relegated, picking up only 4 wins this season. I think he's only scored, about 2 or 3 goals. He's not had a lot of goal involvements, but again, a tricky customer on his day, a skillful player, and, I think could be an asset out wide. But again, the reason why I'm not really delving too much into this is because I just think, given the fact that we've just been promoted, they're all coming down. I just think they're both kind of coming together as one, and agents will be talking, newspaper outlets, journalists are just going to be trying to circulate stories to get maybe a price for Hutchinson. Maybe it could be a negotiating tactic. Who knows? But having signed for them permanently after his loan with them, he will definitely have a relegation clause, I would have thought, just like Liam Delap has got there. So I would not be surprised if you see Hutchinson on the move this summer. I'm just not sure if... Don't get me wrong, he is a good player. It would depend... For me, it would depend on maybe what Soloman does. If Nonto is to leave the club, Ramazani potentially, it would all depend on external factors for me as to whether we got in a player like Hutchinson. Some other news concerning Leeds United as well, guys, is young Harry Gray, 16 years old. What a few weeks he's had, coming on in that Stoke game for the last 5-10 minutes to make his senior debut at a younger age than what his brother Archie did. I think he's the youngest out of the Gray clan to make his senior debut. I mean, what a bloodline that family have got. But it just gets better for young Harry Gray, as he has now been selected for the England under-17s team, who are going to be heading to the European Championships this summer. So yeah, amazing news for Harry. He's been tearing it up in the under-21s. He's been playing very well for them and scoring goals regularly. Of course, in his little 5-10 minute cameo for Leeds, didn't touch the ball a lot and wasn't really as involved. But again, that will have been an amazing experience. You've seen how involved he's got with the celebrations as well since we clinched promotion. And yeah, just again, like I said, what a few weeks the young man has had. And, it'll be some experience to go out and play in a European Championships with the under-17 side. So all the best to Harry Gray. And we will end on kind of a, it's quite an upsetting note to end on, but I did just want to briefly touch upon the passing of Jerry Francis. We learnt yesterday that he has passed away at the age of 91. Leeds United's first ever black footballer to represent the club, South African, I believe he was. Played in Don Reeves' first ever game in charge for the club and played with the likes of Bremner and Jack Charlton. So yeah, my obviously condolences go out to his friends and family. Obviously a key figure in Leeds United's history, given the fact that he was the first black footballer to play for the club. So, like I said, all the best to his friends and family at this sad time. But we will leave it there for this episode of the Daily News Show on Chatting Leeds. I really hope that you've all enjoyed it, as always, guys. If you have, please make sure that you are smashing a like, subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, and hit the notification bell. Check out the membership features, get your comments in, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.